Hi everyone, my name is Aya and I'm going to be walking you all through my digital story. All right, so let's get started. So I have a question here, kind of posed to myself, considering what were the factors that kind of influenced me into going into college in the first place. So over here, we have a pregnant woman because I used to aspire to be an obstetrician gynecologist, or well known as an OBGYN. So I wanted to be on the back end of just delivering babies, providing services for women. And I wanted to do that. And of course, in order to get there, you have to definitely get a college education. After college, apply to med school, get into med school. After med school, residency, apply for boards, different things like that. So, of course, that was kind of just going on in the back of my head concerning wanting to go to college in the first place, was just to simply become a doctor. Right on the bottom, I have a Nigerian flag because I am Nigerian. I come from a first gen Nigerian immigrant household. My parents immigrated to the States pretty much when I was born, honestly. So, kind of unconsciously, it's always been my thing of just knowing that my parents sacrificed so much to be here and to provide a space for me to excel and to thrive and to grow here in America. And unconsciously, just being able to go to school is kind of my way of just paying them back. And considering before I used to want to be a doctor, so of course I associated being a doctor with more money coming in. More money coming in means I'm able to provide and kind of just pay back my parents in a way. And I also went to Dr. Henry Wise Junior High School. You can see the picture on the right. And I added this picture here because my high school, I come from a high school that has a really, really big college going culture. So it was almost the norm and outside of the norm if you didn't go to college. So that was kind of an influencing factor as to why I decided to go to college in the first place. So, with that, I attended Towson University. I graduated this past May with a Bachelor's of Science in Psychology. And of course, considering that I used to be a biology major in the midst of my time at Towson, I switched my major about 3 times. I was bio, then from bio to speech pathology, then from speech pathology to a little bit of undecided for like 2 days. That's when I landed on psychology, which also helped to kind of influenced my way into becoming now a student affairs practitioner now. But yeah, Towson University, I loved it. It was an amazing, amazing place to be. Public university, it's located in Baltimore, Maryland, second largest university in Maryland. It's a PWI, and right now the statistics a little bit off now because I'm pretty sure Towson has grown, but it's right now it's about 25,000 students. And of course, like I mentioned before, I was a psychology major. I was pretty involved in many organizations that I'll talk about a little bit later, and Towson was a D1 athletic school as well. All right, and some things I considered prior to attending college in Towson University was affordability. I come again from a first gen Nigerian household, and again, my parents are immigrants, and I'm the oldest child at home, and we just didn't have much. I was a working middle class. So of course, affordability was really, really key. It was either loans or scholarships, and my parents were leaning towards not getting loans, or even maybe considering me going to a community college. But luckily, I was able to get a lot of scholarships as well. I also became an RA, which helped defer the cost of room and board. Location was super important to me, considering that my school was only an hour away, and I didn't want to be too far away from home, nor go out of state for school. And on-campus opportunities such as work study, clubs, and organizations. Considering I was pretty involved in high school, I kind of wanted to keep that going. And also, school size was pretty important. I didn't want something too big nor too small, and Towson was just the perfect size for me. One of the things that really led to my development, or kind of like my aha moment in college, was actually when I attended leadership my freshman year. This was like a week conference, well, week retreat focused on leadership and just being able to focus on diversity and inclusion and how different people from different upbringings and backgrounds in terms of race, ethnicity, sexual orientation, and much more are able to all come together and want to be change makers on their campus. So this really influenced and kind of was honestly the first stepping stone a little bit into just what student affairs is and the work that student affairs practitioners get involved with on campuses. And I wanted to be a part of that as well. And with that, kind of led me to just being more involved on campus. Here on the left are just a list of some things I was involved in at Towson, and I also included some pictures. You know, working in student conduct, that was my first step into kind of just working on campus. And after then, I was able to connect with my supervisor, who was able to kind of tell me how she got into the field of student affairs, which was awesome. Being in building council helped me to learn more skills about advocacy for students. Becoming a resident assistant, I got so much experience in just advocating for students, crisis management, and programming as well. Some more pictures we have over here. I was an orientation leader, and the question may come into play of just like who are the people or what experiences really help hone in on my development. And it was simply my involvement and the people I met along the way. Being an orientation leader, I was exposed to so many people, including my coworkers, supervisors, and even the students I was orienting into Towson University. Being a part of the African Diaspora Club, I was able to hone in on my love for my culture as being a Nigerian woman, and what does that look like, and how I'm able to spread awareness about things going on in the diaspora. Being involved in Bethel Campus Fellowship, learning about my faith in college and the importance of having a relationship with God was really important and really helped me develop spiritually at my university. Studying abroad in Argentina was definitely a beautiful experience where I was able to just step outside of my comfort zone, step outside of what it was normal for me, and just be able to engage in a whole entire country that is different from America, and just engage of things there as well. And I also was involved in the Dundee Leadership Institute within NASPA. I was a NASPA undergraduate fellow. I was able to connect with various student affairs practitioners in the field, and also aspiring student affairs students like myself, and leaders on campus and within various institutions across the country, which was amazing. So all of these experiences all together, the people I met, the constant pouring in, conferences, meetings, different things like that, all really influenced my development socially, how I became more aware about myself, and different things like that on campus. And last but not least, I kind of want to just leave with some lessons I learned in college, knowing that it takes a village to help someone. No man is an island. I believe that we work best when we do life together with other people. And I'm big on relationship building. And going off of that, asking for help isn't a sign of weakness, but I believe a sign of strength. Being able to advocate for myself was really, really important in college, in terms of letting people know what I need and what I want and what I desire for myself, and going out of my way to connect with various people within the field of student affairs. Taking risk, I believe, was super important and something I learned very, very early on within college, especially even with my experiences of studying abroad. Taking care of yourself was really, really important, of course. College was extremely, extremely hard. Grad school was a little bit harder, but just learning how to take care of myself in the midst of chaos, in the midst of what is going on, and especially within my involvement on campus. And last but not least, just knowing that I shouldn't always wait around for people. If I want to go do something, I should do it. I don't have to wait or depend on people to get me there. I'm able to do it by myself as well too. But yeah, that's all I have with my digital story. Thank you all for engaging and listening with me, and I hope you all have a great one. Thank you. Bye-bye.